How's it going, everybody? Today's Wednesday. I know I usually try to get the posts out on Mondays, but it was my brother that had just passed away. It happened to just also be his birthday on Monday. So my other brothers and I and some close friends that might as well be called brothers went out and celebrated in his honor. So hence no video then. And then of course yesterday was my son's karate. So make up today, and hopefully I'll get this in before it rains again. It's been raining on and off hard at times today and yesterday, which is making it just really ridiculously muggy. But we needed the rain. It was bad. I mean, at least we got lawn back, which that I'm not happy about because I actually have to mow every week again. So update, not a lot going on because of the tragic events that has kind of consumed our lives for now. But my wife has been doing an awesome job getting starting to sand down doors and drawers. She made the correct decision that we're gonna paint these before we install them. I guess, which would be logical. So give her props for that one. I did put a shelf in this one. So these ones are ready to go, and then as soon as these ones go, or as they're still being sanded and painted, I have another set of the bottoms that I need to figure out how to set up and pick which ones I'm going to use and do that. So I finally was able to get out to the place that I pick up my free scrap wood pallets, whatever, and this has another sheet of particle board on the other side, which would be the top, I guess, if it would be flipped over properly, which is the perfect size to finish in there. So I'm gonna do that. As you can see, towards the back, there's just water sitting in there, which I have to go in every once in a while and push that out of there. But I won't have to. As soon as I get that in, I just got to get that flipped over and start prying that shit off. And that won't be an easy task. These are heavy. But that's a lot of good wood. That was a good find. There was a lot more stuff, and it was really long. And if I had a cordless reciprocating saw or something, I could have cut it. And or if I had brought my sledgehammer or something like that. But this was the one I saw. This is the one I definitely wanted because of that particle board. Unfortunately, these have been sitting out there just because I haven't had time to get into that mess and start getting it squared away. Because spare minutes get put on cabinets, and then of course whatever pops up, like for an example, these. So I got a on the Facebook, one of those sell and swap pages. Happens to be a guy I knew was getting rid of sliding glass doors, but you had to take them out, and but he helped, so that was cool. I think a lot of people probably wouldn't have. They just want, stuff for free and not have to actually do any work except go pick them up, put them in their truck. And I actually had to help take these out. So I have 7 of those, which now I know what those will be the height of the greenhouse. Somebody has suggested on my Facebook page, which has the same name, by the way, that I gotta just make sure that they don't have UV protection on them, which I don't think that they do. I looked on the glass, I didn't see any symbols or anything in that regards, but with the other stuff that I'll be using, hopefully it'll make up for it. And then he called me back the next day, which these were also on his porch, because he's tearing the porch out, and he's like, "Oh, you want to come get these out of there too?" So that was a little less work, but I got those, and I got all of these. I believe I have enough glass. I really think I have enough glass now. And I think I actually probably have enough wood. So now I just need enough time. So we'll see where that goes, because I definitely got enough pallet wood. And I really think, like I said, I have enough glass. Especially with those being as big as they are. I don't see, that's some wide open spaces that I can frame that in around those and be good to go. So that's exciting. Like I said though, I just need the time, and cabinets are a priority, because for one, we really need cabinets, and two, I need to get them the hell out of my garage, because my poor John Deere has been sitting outside in the rain, which I don't like, because it's my baby, you know. It's the one expensive thing that I have that's lasted me long. Okay, so we haven't been in here for a while, so we'll give a quick update in here, and then I'll let you go. The cabbage, I'm finally getting what looks to be a ball. So I think that's, now remember guys, I have never done this, but I think that's the head of cabbage that I'm supposed to be waiting for. So unless it pops out and creates more leaves, then I have no idea what's going on. The peas are doing exactly what I want them to do, dying. These are all turning brown, and those peas inside the pods are the seeds that I want. That's what I want. All of those. Like I said, I started with 24, and of course there's something else growing in there, which grows all over the place in here, unfortunately. But yeah, I started with 24, and you need a lot. You really need a lot to be able to make meals. So we're gonna see how many I get and make some meals. And these tomatoes are doing awesome. I'm gonna have a lot of tomatoes. These are pretty much ready to go, ready to pull out. I bet you if I pull them out and stick them in the window, then and then some not so much, because I'm still growing up. Here's some that are still just starting out, and they're now above my fence, so I don't know. And these are still, I got flowers coming in, which means more. This is one of my grape plants that I bought, and that's doing good. I got that going in one direction, and the other one is over here, back here, which is starting to go above, which means I have to put something or start running it along the top. But I think I'm going to put something for it to climb right up that. I gotta get that done this weekend too. This one was starting to grow in multiple directions, and I only want it to go in one direction. I want one vine off of this whole thing. So I took all the rest of those out, and now we're just concentrating on one vine, one direction. So take a quick look at the rest of these tomatoes. Have a bunch down there, looking good. At all different stages. Some hiding back in there. That one was had something going on, so I took it off and just dropped it. So maybe that'll reseed on its own next year. But look at all these suckers, man. There's a freaking ton of them. Oh, that one looks like it needs to come out. And this was my this was supposed to be, I don't know if this was my cherry tomatoes, or if this, I think this was my cherry tomatoes, and if so, these are ridiculous. These are huge cherry tomatoes, and I'm pretty sure they are. Just looking down there, I had one cherry tomato plant that survived, and one beefsteak. And this thing's growing everywhere. I mean, it's up there, it's down here, it's coming all the way out here. I didn't I didn't get the suckers off fast enough, so it just started taking over, and I just let it go across the ground. I mean, it's got so many tomatoes on it, and they're not. These aren't cherry tomatoes that I know, man. These are monster cherries, which is pretty cool. You know, I'll eat them. And more of the regular ones, the Marzanos that I have, that my friend gave me. Put it all up in there. I'm just gonna have such a ridiculous crop. I really need to get on YouTube and do some study some videos about getting some cannon, go buy some supplies. These ones down here, I think I can pull those, but I'm afraid to. I'm trying to hold off until this weekend where I can do something with them. And look at them all. Look at them all. That's insane, dude. I threw another couple dead ones back there. So those are to the tomatoes. And then I got these are the peppers that died, pretty much. The bugs really attacked them, and then I have. So I started out with, I think, 24, and these are what I have left. And they were almost, I thought they were gone, and they've really come back. I think it was the Japanese beetles that got to them, the slugs, but they're producing. I pulled some off already, some big monsters, and that's a pretty big one there. You know, got 3 of them up in there, and there. So I'm happy that I thought they were gone, and then this late in the season they're just popping. So, and they still got little flowers on them too, so I might get some more. One there. So those are the Hungarian hot wax peppers. Just funny because before I made this channel, I'm like, I'm never gonna know what plants are what and what the names are. Well, I'm starting to figure it out. These are actually bush beans, and I didn't think they would survive. I thought for sure, because you can see right there, that's what they all looked at like, and that's definitely beetles on that. And they all look so bad. And then all of a sudden they just started taking off, and they got not only flowers, but we got beans. We definitely got beans in there. I've already gone in and picked a bunch. I probably pulled a complete meal, enough for 5 of us just out of this. So I really like these bush beans because I think they're going to work out well. And because they spread out, they're not really high up, not a lot of maintenance, they're good ground cover. So I think I'm going to definitely grow some of those more in the future. I'm going to probably let some of these go to seed too. I do have some corn, not very overly excited about it, but a couple of ears there, really skinny, some ears there. Couple skinny ones, couple bigger ones. Like I said, I started with 4. I got 2, and I didn't really care what was going to happen because you really have to grow a lot of it in order to get anything worthwhile. This again was supposed to be okra, and I don't think it is, but you never know. Because there's something flowering down in here. So I don't know if that's what that is. Again, that's getting taken over by the beetles, but it's coming back, it's winning. You know, and I do have peas that are, you know, nice and fresh right there. We're just gonna let them go. Because we did get the 1 meal out of them, and I just want a lot more seed for next year. I'm definitely gonna, and I'm not gonna group it up like this. I think I'm just gonna run a straight, like, cheap fence line down for them to get to. So now I got some kind of mold or something, or fungus. Definitely a fungus of some sort growing down here. I took it out from inside the garden, but I think it's actually probably not a bad thing. It's the environment just taking over, running with it. So I think next year the wood chips will be a lot more fruitful. I'll definitely be able to plant a lot more in here, and I want to get a lot more. Like I said, I got to expand that way. I've been getting a lot of cayenne peppers, jalapenos. The Swiss chard is going ridiculous, which I don't know, you're not even doing anything with that, but that doesn't stop. We cut a bunch of it out on purpose to see if it would just, how it works, and if it just grows back, and it does. It just grows back, grows out of the center and grows back. So that's kind of cool that we know how to do it. I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it go and see if it starts throwing seed. Strawberries are pretty much done. I keep saying that, but then I go out there and I get a strawberry or 5 every once in a while. And actually the little pot that I have that's all strawberries is starting to grow new and starting to flower again, so that'll be interesting to see if that decides to take on some new strawberries. So sorry for the long video. That's about it. I'm gonna get off here, and we'll talk to you guys. Hopefully I can do this on Monday. See you.